So 30 years ago today, I bought an extremely important single to me. And I can't really underestimate how important it was, really. It was 1996. I'd left college, and I only realised recently I was mainly buying singles because money was quite tight, really. And I was mainly buying cassette singles because you could play them in the car. So at the tail end of 1995, after the whole Blue and Oasis debacle had been and passed, I had a single called Bluetonic by the Bluetones, which I really, really liked. And then they followed that single up with Slight Return, that cassette there. And I went out and bought that in our price in Chatham, I think it was. And I went home and I played it and I played it and I played it. And I absolutely loved it. I loved the opening chord on it. I loved Mark's vocal performance on it. I loved the lyrics. Everything about it was just amazing. And it was also the week that Babylon Zoo had released their Spaceman single from the Levi's Jeans advert. You know, the bit they used in the advert was just a bit they sped up at the end, and the rest of the song didn't really sound like it. They were going on their way to #1. But it got to the Saturday and I decided to do something that I've not done before. I went out and I bought the CD. I bought the CD single as well, that one there. I went out and bought that in Woolworths in Strood, I think it was. And I was with my mum at the time. And this is the funny thing, because this is one of those things that really stick in my head. I remember going with my mum, and my mum said, "Why are you buying that again? You've been playing that all week." And I said, and I don't know why I said this, "I've got this feeling, Mum, they're going to be really important to me, this band. So I'm going to buy it on CD single." And I did, and they were ridiculously important to me, because here we are, 30 years on, and I'm sitting here talking to you about the Bluetones. And as anyone who stumbled across my channel before will know, that that's what I do, because they're my favourite band. I've seen them live the most. And the magical thing about the Bluetones is through going to see them, is bumping into people or talking to people about it online and having these conversations and making like real friends and what have you. And it's like a real kind of community thing that's come off the back of it. And it's even more amazing the Bluetones are still going. And they're produced. We've got a new album coming out this year. The EPs they released last year were amazing. And the knock-on effect with me was, through my love of listening to this band and other their peers, I ended up wanting to work in a record shop where I get to talk about the Bluetones to people and get paid for it. So, I mean, it's a massively important thing, and I can't really put into words how important this band are. But I've tried. But happy 30th birthday to Slight Return by the Bluetones. So good, I bought it twice.